Hi, my name is Alicia and I am 23 years old. I am an American, but I am currently living in Istanbul, Turkey. I first want to apologize because I am capturing this on my phone because I don't currently have a camera or a computer, so I'm sorry that it's so shaky. I am starting this YouTube because I have decided before coming back to Istanbul, Turkey, I have decided that while I'm here, I will be having the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. When I arrived in March, my weight was 271 pounds. This is my highest known weight, but I don't believe that it's my actual highest weight. There was a good portion of my life, probably from 16 to, let's say, 19 and a half, that I did not weigh myself. I chose not to know. I don't know if that was an actual choice I made, and told myself not to do, not to get on the scale, not to worry about it, or if I just subconsciously decided not to. But either way, I did not step on a scale for a very, very long time. And at the age of 19, it was the first time I came to Istanbul. And at that time, I do believe I was bigger than I was when I came this time at the age of 23. But again, I'm not sure. When I first came at 19 to Istanbul, I got on a diet shortly after I was here. And from that weight to the weight that I ended up being when I left, I lost about, I would say, 30 pounds, I think, 25, 30 pounds. And I felt good about myself. I had a boyfriend. I felt comfortable at that size. But as soon as I got back to America, I slipped back into my old ways and gained all of that weight back. Again, I'm not quite sure what my starting weight was. I know that I lost some weight before actually starting the diet when I was 19, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I said, when I got here for the first time, when I got here in March of 2016, this time, I weighed 271 pounds, and that was March 30th, and then in April, I went to go see a doctor. A friend of the family that I'm working for went to this doctor and had the same surgery and is doing fantastic, just absolutely amazing. And that family friend recommended this doctor to me. So we went and saw him, and at that time I was 120 kilos. I should have researched this before I started videotaping, but I think that's about like 164 pounds, I think. And I definitely was not on a diet at all before I went to go see him, not in the slightest, because I was eating anything and everything. But the food here versus the food in America is definitely different. They do have more home-cooked meals than what I personally am used to. And the activity level, the activity level is insanely increased here. Everyone walks everywhere. I do live semi-close, well, no, I live very close to the sea, and I love the sea. So I go to the sea usually when I'm off. I walk there, and I've been walking at night. And to get anywhere, you have to walk to a bus stop, and just a whole bunch of walking, really, which is a good thing. So I had lost that much weight. So I was at 120 kilos when I went in April. Now it's June. I thought I was gonna have the surgery in May, like end of May. But financially it wasn't working. So I'm actually now planning on having it mid-July, mid to late July. But now it is June, and when I weighed myself yesterday, I was 112 kilos, and I think, if I remember correctly, that's like 146 pounds. So I've lost about 25 pounds since being here. I was put on a diet after I saw my doctor in April. But to be very honest with you, I have been struggling a lot this past month and a half. Like a lot. I am currently a nanny, so I do live in a house with 2 small children and their family, the mother and dad. But they always have a stocked cabinet full of goodies and snacks and chocolate and chips and ice cream and all this fun stuff. And trust me, when you eat chicken for days upon days, an ice cream bar or a chocolate bar sounds awesome. And I mean, I know that I shouldn't eat it and I feel bad for eating it, but for some reason I just cannot stop eating it. I mean, I've struggled with my weight all of my life, literally all of my life. There are pictures of me before school, there are pictures of me in preschool, there are pictures of me in kindergarten, there are pictures of me every single year of my life in school, and I was always the tallest, which isn't a problem because I like being tall. I was always the tallest, and I was always the fattest. Always. And I hated, when I lived in Texas, they did the class photos of the entire class that you were in, okay? And I was the tallest, so I was always in the back row, and I was the widest, so I was always in the middle. But for me, that makes my eye go directly to me. The biggest, the widest, the tallest, the fattest, the whatever kid directly in the middle. And of course, I think I was in my kindergarten picture, I think I was the only person wearing white. So it's just like this big ball of white in a sea of children. I don't know how else to describe it, to be honest, other than that. And of course that means bullying and being picked on, and I'm still very shy and quiet, but I am getting a lot better. I am working on being able to be social. Currently I don't have a lot of friends in Istanbul, but I'm working on it, and I am teaching English as well as a second job to adults, and I have been able to go out with a few of them and had really good time. So, I mean, that's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, growing up I was bullied, I was teased. I can remember my very first health day like it was yesterday or 5 minutes ago. Well, I can't remember the full day, to be honest, but I can remember being told to stand in a line in the library, and once I knew what was happening, I was terrified. They were taking everyone one by one to weigh them, which is fine, I guess, but the thing is, everyone could see your weight. Everyone was looking at everyone else's weight. And in 5th grade, people were 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, maybe 80 pounds. But in 5th grade, I was 198 pounds. I was over 100 pounds heavier than most of the other children in the classroom. And everyone saw that, and I mean, I assume everyone knew that anyway, because I was huge. I was. At that point, I think I wore, in 5th grade, I think I wore a size 10 in women's pants. I'm pretty sure that I wore a size 10. And now, when I think about that, it makes me so sad, because as 23 versus 5th grade, I've only gained, what, max 80 pounds, 90 pounds, and I've only gained a few sizes. Right now, I'm sitting at like an 18-20. I do carry most of my weight in my stomach. My arms are very small, my legs are very small, my boobs are very small, my everything is very small except for my stomach. So finding pants that fit are very difficult, is very difficult. Shirts are usually okay. I tend to get tighter shirts, which I shouldn't, I don't think. Well, you can wear whatever you want, but you know, I feel like it doesn't flatter me very well with tighter shirts, but I usually tend to wear it. Like with this shirt, I'm wearing it as like a jacket, I guess you can say, but it doesn't fit at all. Again, I was smaller than this at one point, and the shirt did fit slightly. The shirt fit slightly. Not very well when I bought it. But now it won't. I don't even think, I'm doing this one-handed, but I don't even think it will button. Like these will button just fine because I have no boobs. But this tummy area, I'm pooching it out right now, but I look pregnant. Like, if you want to see, this is my tummy. And then these are my legs. So most of my weight is in my tummy. My boobs are small. My arms are small. I don't know. I have this thing going on here, and my cheeks are kind of big, but you know, the Facebook angle like this, I look fairly small, I think. I don't know. Again, so sorry for how shaky this is. I really don't mean it to be. But I've decided, because I've watched hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of other people telling their story and their process, and I have been so grateful, so insanely grateful for those people. And it's remarkable to be able to physically watch them change. Like, I could just find someone's channel who has had VSG or any other weight loss surgery, or has done it naturally, which, bravo, awesome, that's great for you, I'm so proud of you. I can just find them, and they've been on this journey for a year. And it's so beautiful, and it's so amazing, and it's so empowering to go from video to video and literally watch them change, even if there's not a single full body photo. No full body photo whatsoever. I can sit there and see their physical features change. I can see their demeanor change. I can see their personality change. I can see everything change. Everything. And that is so great to me. It's so empowering, and it makes everything worth it. And coming from someone who is very afraid of the process, and very afraid to fail, and very afraid to really be able to tell anyone, I have told a couple of my closest friends, and I have told some of my family members, but I haven't told people like my mom. I probably will never tell my mom. She is also big, and our relationship is very rocky, and I feel like if I tell her, she would put more unnecessary stress on the situation. So I've decided not to tell her. And with this YouTube, I'm not quite sure if I will share it with the people that I'm closest to. I want this to be for people who are also struggling with what I struggle with. And I want this to be for people who, you know, feel the way that I do and know the things that I know and have done the things that I've done, and, you know, maybe want to follow the same footsteps, or maybe don't want to follow the same footsteps as me. Either of those are fine. However you want to live your life is fine. But for me, at this point in my life, at 23, I eventually want to get married, and I eventually want to have kids, and I want to be at the point where I can play with them, and I can love them, and I can teach them healthy ways of eating and healthy ways of thinking, because I know for a fact that for me, my first diet was when I was 8 years old with my mother, and we did Weight Watchers, and we did Atkins, and we did Slim for Life, and we did all of these diets. And I know that at the time she probably thought it was the best for me because I was the big kid. I was huge. And so she probably thought it was just natural to put me on an extreme diet like Atkins or something like that. Which, I mean, it makes sense thinking about it, but as an 8-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, being told you have to be on a diet and being forced to only eat these certain things when your friends can go and eat 5 ice cream cones and still be 100 pounds less than you, it didn't make any sense to me, and it made me feel worse. And I don't want my children, male or female, to ever feel horrible about themselves or their body. And I don't think my mom wanted me to feel horrible about my body either, but I do, and I did. And I'm starting to learn to love my body and to love myself, and that is why I chose the path that I chose. Because I love myself, I chose to spend my life savings. I saved so much money before I came here, and all of it's going towards this. And it's not even the money I saved doesn't even fully cover the surgery. The rest of it is being fronted by the family that I work for that is extremely nice of them. Extremely nice of them. And so currently I am going without pay from them, which is my choice. But currently I'm going without pay from them until I pay them back for their portion of my surgery. So to say things are tight is definitely an understatement, because things are tight. But I'm choosing to do this because I love myself, and I know I deserve so much better and so much more than this. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. And for me, my biggest struggle is food, because I can work out all day, every day. Before I came here, I was doing kickboxing every single day. Every day. And I even worked there on the weekends at a kickboxing gym. At 271 pounds, I worked at a kickboxing gym. But I can't control my food. And I feel like this tool will help me. I know it's just a tool. It's not a magic pill. Trust me, I've tried those and almost killed myself. I've tried the magic pills. I've tried the magic diets. I've tried the magic shakes, the magic teas, the magic wraps, the magic everything. I've tried all of those things, and I'm not looking for magic anymore. I'm looking to find a tool to help me change me. And that is what I found, at least I think, with VSG. So hopefully everything goes as planned. I am halfway across the world from most of my friends and family. So I will definitely keep you guys updated, and I'll definitely try to keep them updated, and hopefully everything goes smoothly. If you can't tell, I'm kind of nervous about it, but I think it'll be okay. It's completely worth it. I think that's enough of me shaking around and blabbering about myself and my life. I will make another video, eventually, I guess when the time is right. I don't have another doctor's appointment set yet, but I do know that we're looking at like mid-July, and today is June 9th. I'm trying so hard to get back on my diet, and I keep telling myself that I'm going to do better, but I'm just struggling really hard at the moment. But like I said, I think that's it. I will definitely, I want this channel to be for you guys, and for me to be able to look back at the progress that I'm making, but mainly to help whoever. I don't know exactly who this video is for, but if it's for you, here you go. It's gift wrapped from me to you.